All right. Hey there, nerdpreneurs. Welcome back to Market Like a Nerd. And get ready to geek out with me because today I'm joined by marketing coach Terry Dean. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Terry.
It's great to be here, Amanda.
Yeah, welcome to Nerdpreneur Nation.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be sharing.
Yeah, well, we are so stoked to have you. Now, for everyone who's listening, today we're going to be talking about, get this, how Terry Dean here went from delivering pizza to earning $96,000, $96,250 to be exact, with one email. Dude, one freaking email. How cool is that? So first, let me tell you a little bit about Terry, and then we're going to dive into what this super secret email is, okay? So Terry Dean went from delivering pizzas for $8 an hour to creating a full-time income online in 1996. He's been called one of the grandfathers of internet marketing and was one of the first online marketers to demonstrate the power of email, generating $96,250 from one email to his list in front of a live audience. Now, that's the overview of his story and his little biography, but I want you to get to know the real Terry. So before we get into the meat of today's episode, you guys know the drill. Let's have some fun. Terry, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, pizza boy. Papa John's or Pizza Hut?
I like Papa John's better.
Okay, yeah, me too. Cheese or pepperoni?
Oh, cheese.
Oh, I like you. So because you totally aged yourself saying that you started on the internet in 1996, would you rather go back to pre-internet days or get to keep the internet, but that is the only way you get to talk to people through phones and Facebook?
Oh, I'm totally fine with keeping the internet and speaking through phones and Facebook. That way I could be a hermit at home.
Oh, I love it. And now, because you're an email fanatic, would you rather have great deliverability with your own emails, but be forced to read everyone else's spam emails every single day? Or never have to read spam ever again, but your emails always go to the junk folder?
Oh, wow, that's a hard one. I'm gonna have to pick the reading spam every day, even though it means I'm gonna spend most of the day doing that.
Yeah, that's a lot of spam to read in one day.
That is a lot of spam.
But you'll make a lot of money.
Yes, I'll make a lot of money that way. See, if we go the other direction, I make very little money.
Yeah. All right. And finally, you live in Florida, right?
Yes.
I do too. Great state. So, quick, imagine you're out on a walk with your two dogs and an alligator is coming right at you. Which of your dogs comes to the rescue and which one bolts, leaving you in the dust to die?
Well, I'm probably going to leave in a bolt. Of my two dogs, probably the older golden retriever is going to stand up. It's kind of cute because I have a golden retriever and a little puppy. And the other day, the puppy got scared. He's a German Shepherd puppy. He actually stood underneath the golden retriever.
Aww, that's so cute. I've got a crazy little Chorky, and then she's really, really small, and then I've got a big Borador. So it's these very weird, like completely different breeds in my house, and they're both crazy. All right, that was a lot of fun. Let's get down to business, though. So, Terry, you told me that you were going to share with us today how you went from delivering pizza to earning $96,250 with one email. So let's dive in. Can you get a little OCD with us? Break it down into your main steps or tips that you have for us today.
Okay, I could definitely do that. Let's make sure that we're clarified with here. It wasn't I delivered pizzas one day, the next day I sent one email and made $96,000. That's not how it worked. And let's make sure we're clear about that at the beginning. Or we're making a serious rich quick scheme if that's what happened. We'll go into more direct to what happened. I got started back in 1996 from delivering pizzas. I came online, bought my first PC, started selling online. Did a lot of experimenting with email, found out email was the secret for me making money online. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to fast forward real quick here for a few pieces, and we're going to jump into then when I started speaking at conferences, one of the things they asked at the conferences, they wanted to do a challenge. And so we actually put up a challenge at one of the conferences that in the conference, I would show them that I would make at least $10,000 with one email out to my list during the conference as a demonstration of the money people could make from email online.
That's ballsy. I like it.
The very first time I did that, I was extremely nervous about getting up and do it because I'd made that quite a few times previously from the emails, but still you're always nervous something will go wrong.
Right.
And so I went and did it. The very first time I did something like, I think the first time was like in the 17, 18,000, and then we had like a $33,000 time that I actually did these promos in front of a live audience.
Wow.
And we kept doing these promos. And just as an example of what can go wrong, I'll throw out one of the things that went wrong one time. I sent out one of the promos in the morning, and I had some orders come in by lunch. Not as much as I expect. I think I did like maybe 5, 6, or 1,000 or so by lunch, which I expected a lot more than that from that email.
Yeah.
And I checked my email, and I had several hundred messages in my email of people saying I sent out the wrong link. I misspelled my own link.
Oh no!
So in that one, I had to respond out and send a second email of here's the correct link for you to go and order. The people who had ordered up to that point saw my misspelling, wanted the offer so bad that they spelled it correctly themselves. And went and bought the product. So they say, well, look, he probably misspelled this, and they bought it themselves. They knew my own mistakes by then. So that's the kind of thing that can go wrong in front of a live audience. So we move forward, and the one that I did, the 96,250, as we lead into it, we again were just promising the 10,000 because I was giving myself safety on doing this. And then we basically had an amazing results on this email, and because I had figured out the formula for doing the promotions by that time. Now, when you actually do a money on demand promotion, as I call this, you really want to think about the big 3 pieces for the promo. The big 3 pieces are there needs to be some very big special. Okay, so there's something you're doing that's totally unique, that's a big discount off of one of your products. Maybe it's a product that you're just launching right now. It's something that you're offering. At that point in time, I was actually going to offer licensing to one of my products. And I was only going to offer licensing this weekend. Okay, and that's where we hit the 96,000. So it's an exciting special offer. Other times I've done things like 50% discounts, things like that on the promotions. Another tip on this, the higher ticket promotions always had the higher ticket returns for it. So
wait, you mean like you made more money off of them?
I made more money. So like the 33,000, the 96,000, those were higher ticket products.
I noticed that too. I tested that this year with Black Friday. I was like, everyone always does pretty low ticket things for Black Friday. I wanted to see if, and by low ticket, I mean like, most people on Black Friday do like 27 or 47 or like 147 or something like that, which I had traditionally done every year too. And this year I was like, you know what? I wonder how much more money I would make if I just did, like $1,000 offer, which is not like that's not like a crazy Black Friday deal, like it's $1,000. Yeah. That's a pretty hefty investment for like you having to decide in 48 hours. And I made significantly more money than I've made on Black Friday before with significantly less sales.
Yes, that's actually the case. And there's a reason for that, too. We'll get to the reason in a few moments after I give the other couple of pieces. So you have the big special that you do. Higher ticket specials are better. The second thing is there has to be some type of scarcity. And the scarcity that usually works best is having both a deadline, so there's a specific time it ends, and a limited number of something. So those are both types of scarcity, and my best promos have had both in them. Yeah, so maybe it might be only 50 people receive this, and it's only good till Sunday at 5 p.m. Type of thing. And these promos that I did in front of an audience, we often sent them out on Friday morning, and the conference went till Sunday, so the special was running till Sunday. So we checked.
I'm just curious, and I'm going to take you out of the 3 tips here just for a second. So you're at these live conferences and you send one email at the conference to see how much money it makes while you're at the conference. Yes. And I'm understanding that one email goes out to your list, gives them ideally a high ticket offer that they could only get until the end of the conference, and there's also only a limited number of spots. I'm understanding all of that. What I'm curious about is at the conference, are you like up on the screen showing people the sales that are coming through in your email?
At the conference, we usually would have me teach first at the conference. Then other speakers would be up and they'd be doing their thing. And they'd usually bring me on several times throughout the weekend that we would go up to my shopping cart and show some of the orders. And we'd block off the names, but they'd see all the orders that were coming in.
That's so cool. I really like that. Like, I've seen people who will literally in the middle of a webinar bring up their shopping cart or their inbox and show all the sales receipts. I always find that so interesting and so ballsy. Super cool. All right, continue.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the third piece, and the third piece is what a lot of people leave out, and that's the reason why you're doing this. Okay, there's a reason why you're making the special, and that reason why needs to be extremely important. An example is on those promos, when I did those challenges in front of a live audience, my reason why was actually the same one almost every time. The first reason why I gave was the fact that I'm now standing in front of an audience of over 100 people, and I told them that I'm going to run a special and they're going to see me make a lot of money. So I made sure to make it an irresistible offer to bring as many people to this as possible. And as I just mentioned, we only have a limited number available.
Yeah.
You've seen the past challenges, and you can expect the same thing to happen this time.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
So that's the reason why, because again, it's a reason why everybody believes. You believe, everybody getting that email believes that I do not want to look like an idiot in front of over 100 people.
Oh, yeah.
So they all believe that.
Yeah, so you say a reason why. I usually say an excuse. Like, you have to have an excuse for every promotion that you're sending out because it just becomes more believable. People trust the promotion. It's not like some random attempt to sell them. You have like a real purpose for the promotion.
You do. You have a reason why you're making this. Well, it's got to be more than just a purpose for the promotion. It needs to be a reason why you're doing the discount or the reason why this offer is so special and that they have to get it now. Another example of scarcity used heavily is I offer one-on-one coaching at times, but my coaching sells out really quick and my clients stay a long time. So usually when I do offer coaching, it might be once or twice a year. And like the last time I did it, it sold out in like an hour and 15 minutes.
That's awesome.
And previously the same thing. So it's that reason why. In that same case, there's one of me. So I could only take this many clients. I live an internet lifestyle, and if I have more clients than this, then I'm not going to enjoy my lifestyle anymore. We're going to sell out quick.
Ooh, I have another question. So, because I'm trying to piece this together. Like I said, I understand you're on stage, you're doing this challenge, you're sending one email out to your list with the offer, the scarcity, the reason why you're sending it out. In the email copy, because you only got one email, the email copy, for one, what are some of the things that you're putting in there? But then also, are you sending them straight to an order form or are they going to a sales page?
They're going to a sales page because whenever I've done those specials, and just note, these are the challenges I did in front of a live audience. When I run promos on my own separate from this and I'm not in front of an audience, I'll usually send more than one email.
Right.
Okay, so I'll send an email. I'll send another email the next day. So like a 3-day special, I'm sending at least 3 emails, if not extra, on the last day.
Right.
Okay. So just take that as a note also. So these emails in general are really short. I'm sending them to a sales page because the email itself, I usually just mention why this is special this weekend and then give a good reason why. If we go back to the $96,000 email, that email, I actually went through and I reverse engineered it multiple times. The first paragraph is about how this is special and how I'm giving you a license to one of my products. Then there was a link to it. Then I had another email saying that I didn't give the price or anything in the email. I said, so click here now if you want to get this special. I don't make this offer very long. It's only going to be good to hear. Then the rest of the email, which added up to about 4 more paragraphs. So we had one paragraph describing what I'm offering, another paragraph that's describing the limited time for it, then about 4 paragraphs that I was describing why I'm making this special offer. So the email itself is more about the reason why than it is the offer itself. The sales page is where I actually make the sale, tell them everything they're getting, things like that. And that's pretty consistent across all of my different sequences. I send them to the page to make the sale. Yeah. My emails are stories or they're, a reason why. And again, when I do the reason why, it's basically is a story that I'm telling there. So it's a story. It's sometimes answering a question or two that came in. It's maybe a few of the bullet benefits, but linking over here. Rarely do I list the price in the email. Rarely do I make the full offer in the email.
And I feel like that's probably obviously you've tested it. It is the way to go. But this is also very congruent with what I've heard a lot of email marketing specialists say, which is that your subject line, all it does is sell the open. Your body copy, all it does is it sells the click. And then your sales page sells the offer. So a lot of people, when they're writing up their email copy, they're talking about the benefits and the features and like the price and all these different things about the offer. You're not doing any of that. You're letting the sales page do that. All you're
Exactly.
doing is you're sharing the story, the reason why you're sending the email, the reason why you're giving this offer so that you can sell the click.
Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing with it. And that brings us part to the other point, because what sets up those big challenges, those big money on demand specials, is all the emails you send in between. That's the reason why I said it's very important. We don't think I delivered pizzas and then I sent out an email that made 96,000. There's a bunch of emails that come in between, and those emails, to simply say what they are, the big mistake that most people make with email is they send way too much content. Okay, you can make a lot more money by sending a lot less content. And let me describe what that means. That means that everybody is sending out content. We're overwhelmed with content. We all have too much content. What you actually want to be sending out is you want to be building a relationship, which means more than anything else, you're sending out stories, true, authentic stories about who you are, what you've done, your clients, things like that. That's what you're sending out, and that's what you're consistently emailing out to your list. And if people are asking me how often should you email, you should email as often as you have something to say, which is...
And I think this all ties very well into what I typically tell my clients, which is the way you make money is you create an offer and you send traffic. So what you're basically saying is your email list is essentially the traffic that you're sending to this offer, and you have to nurture it. So it's not just about having the traffic, but it's about having nurtured traffic, having the right traffic, getting your traffic ready to buy. So leading up to one of these ballsy promotions.
Yes.
You're nurturing so that people are ready to buy. That way, when you get on stage, you're confident that you've got some buyers in the mix. You've got some buyers on your mailing list.
and the reason that the high ticket offers produce best is because you're going to find that a buyer is a buyer.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going to find that if you look through your buyer list, especially at the high ticket offers, you're going to know the name. If you've been in business for years, you're going to know the names of a lot of your high ticket buyers. You already know them because they're consistently your buyers.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So,
there have been a lot of posts that I've made recently about my $500,000 launch that I just did, like secretly. Like it wasn't like one of those big like affiliate launches, and it was basically to buyers. Like that's pretty much all I did. I just went back to buyers and had them buy again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to this sales page. So you got up on, like I said, you got up on stage, you sent that one email, you had a story in the email, they clicked over to the sales page. Is it like a long form sales page, or is it a short form with a video? What does the sales page look like?
My sales pages are almost always long form sales pages, especially the ones that produce best for my emails. Okay. There are times that I'll also do a video on top of the sales page, but when I send an email to my own list, I do not do video only to my own list, because I have a lot of customers who buy, even if you have like a long video, let's say I have a video on there that's 20 minutes long and a long sales page, I have a large number of sales that come in within 5 minutes. They did not watch the video. They did not read the whole page. Okay. So I have long form sales pages. That's what has always produced best for me by the email promotions.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree, because it answers a lot of their questions.
You basically think of it this way: if with a long form sales paper, people will say they're not going to read all of it, and that answer is correct. Anytime anyone says they're not going to read the whole page, yes, you're right.
Right.
Most people are not going to read the whole page. What they're going to do is they're going to skip and skim, and they're going to find the parts that are important to them.
Right.
But if I don't have a long form sales page, it's not as easy as if I'm talking to someone on the phone. It's easy to ask them questions what they want to know. On a sales page, I have to guess at what this individual wants to know. So we basically put out a mass amount of information, which gives them the opportunity to go through the pieces that are most important to them and find out what they want. And you're going to find that some people will buy just because of one bullet somewhere in the sales copy, one little benefit bullet that you included in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously, so this case study is absolutely amazing. I'm so impressed, and honestly, I can't get over how ballsy this approach is. Getting on stage and like making sales on stage with one email is so cool. Obviously, the results are going to vary based on the size of the mailing list. So you can get bigger results, like you said, by having a higher ticket offer because you need to make less sales in order to hit those numbers goals for the email. But I imagine the results increase as your mailing list increases.
It definitely. And you're also going to see not only as your mailing list increases, but as you get more and more buyers on your list and they see the previous offers. Like the first couple of challenges that I did like that, people would actually, after the challenge, we close a special, people would email me the next day, you're saying, well, next time you send a challenge, I'm going to make sure I come in faster because I didn't get this one. and you started seeing that happen as you went along. People believed you because you actually closed when you finished, and you can see that across the internet marketing space. A lot of people run specials, and it never ends.
Yeah.
Okay, they say it ends Sunday. If you say it's going to end Sunday, then you close it on Sunday, and next time you're going to get even better results from it.
Oh, you know what else I love about this too is there's a lot of coaches out there who say that you should have one offer, one signature offer, and like that's the one thing that you're known for, and that's the one thing that you sell. But I've always thought that leaves so much money on the table because people will keep buying again, and that's really what you're proving here is you don't just want a list, you want a list of buyers because buyers will keep buying. They will become repeat customers for your business. So when you have additional offers to put in front of them, those are more opportunities for money.
Exactly. With all of my clients, we always try to establish some type of front end item. So there's one product, some type of signature offer that we have in the front end. The purpose of that is to pay for, a lot of my clients are using paid traffic. I mean, I have clients who do anything from using free traffic up to clients who spend $1 million a month on paid traffic. Okay. We want to use that front end product and a couple of upsells to pay for the traffic.
Right.
And we basically, in our minds, we're thinking the whole purpose of that first sale, the only purpose there is to pay for all the leads we're generating.
Right.
That's the only purpose. We're not even trying to make a profit there. Is, how many people can we put on our list without spending any extra money?
Yeah.
That first offer paid for.
All right, Terry, come on now. You got me so convinced. I need to learn more from you. So for our nerdpreneurs who are like me, who are listening and want to get an A+ for effort, who are going to take that extra step to go and look you up, make it a little easier on them. Where can they find you online?
They can go over to mymarketingcoach.com. Go to mymarketingcoach.com and just type in /free. Free. Okay. mymarketingcoach.com/free. And what I'll give you there is a free report, which is actually a copy of one of my paid print newsletters in PDF form. It's 7 unique ways to create money-making emails, even if you're not a writer. It'll give you a lot of secrets of telling different types of stories. It'll even give you 64 story shortcuts to help you come up with stories for your emails that build relationships, and a lot of other tips, subject lines, things like this to help you create more profits using email.
Yeah, and I imagine that's good to have even if you are a writer.
It's good to have no matter what, because I'll go back through and actually look through my cheat sheet, especially those 64 story shortcuts, just for ideas at times when you're sitting there. What should I write about today? Scan through. That's what I'm going to write about right there.
Yeah, well, because I went to school for writing. I went to undergrad and to grad school for writing. But I found when I joined the entrepreneurial world, the League of Entrepreneurs, sales copy is very, very different. Creating copy that sells, that gets people to take action, that gets people to click to that sales page and then buy from that sales page. It's very different than any other form of writing. So you got to get good at it if you want to make money. So Nerdpreneur Nation, there you have it. Our email marketing superhero has swooped in to save the day. Yeah, thanks, Terry.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, guys. So claim your copy of Terry Dean's free ebook, 7 Unique Ways to Create Profitable Emails, even if you're not a writer, at www.mymarketingcoach.com/free. Thank you so much, Terry, for joining us. I really appreciate having you here.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, your case study was so awesome. Thank you guys for listening. I hope that you learned a lot. We can't wait to hear where these tips take you. We'll catch you next time on Market Like a Nerd. Have a nerdtastic day, guys. Bye.